plan to come back again. For those of you who don't know me, which is most of the world, but that's okay. My name is David Rapella, and I'm happy to be with you today. And today I have my Filipino shirt on, so I dedicate this to all of my friends in the Philippines that I love very much. My little KJ and Crystal and Rosalie and all the little puppy dogs that I have that I love over there. And so as I travel around the world, maybe I'll go to Germany next time, and then maybe to Spain and spend a little time there, because I like to travel. I travel a lot in my life. The last video I did was a spiritual video. And then somebody said to me, well, how do you mix up a spiritual video with a material video? And I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are you breathing? Of course I'm breathing. Well, don't breathe. Hold your breath. I can't do that. I'll die. Really? That means, God, I could be spiritual having a breath. I'm alive today because I can take another breath. Is the material world, you don't have no material world without the spiritual world. How can you talk? My friend said to me one time, actually, he said to me, yeah, I got all that God talk that you do. I mean, I understand that, but he don't pay my bills. I got bills to pay. I got children to raise. I said, oh, really? Really? Who pays your bills? He says, I pay them. I said, I don't think so. He said, what do you mean? I said, I think God pays your bills. What are you talking about? I said, well, if you weren't breathing, you wouldn't have to pay a bill. Who gave you your breath? You call it God. Somebody calls it Yahshua. There's so many names to it. Personally, I call it all there is, because there's nothing that is not what it is. So the material world, everything that happens when you walk, when you talk, when you breathe, when you read, when you eat, spiritually, something's happening to you to allow that to happen. So, trying to balance these worlds. Be in this world, but be of this world. I told my friend, take a nickel and put it on the side. Take a coin and set it on its edge. And that way you can see both ways. If you flip it over too much on the spiritual side, you become a holy tyrant. And if you put it on the material world too much, you lose the realization that you're even spiritual at all, like many of us in this world have. So I help people a little bit over in the Philippines and many other countries that I deal with people on cryptos and many other things. But the last crypto, we talked about different coins. This time, I'm going to add a little bit more to you today so that you, again, can get some understanding in simple forms of what's happening today. Okay, what we have today is in the Bitcoin and the blockchain technology, we have centralized and decentralized. What is that? Okay, centralized is when someone controls what you have. Like the government. The government controls everything that goes on here. Do we have a free government? I don't think we want to have a free government in anywhere in the world. I don't even want to get into that. So everything is centralized. If a corporation, if you own stock, that's centralized. Charles Schwab or whatever stockbroker you use in the world, they control it. It's theirs. The only way a stock really could become decentralized is if you ask the broker that you deal with, send me my stock certificate. I want it in my hand. But nobody does that because we don't even think about that, you know. And it's the same way with the bank. We trust the bank with our money, but if they want the money, they can take it. And we live in a world, most of us say, that's crazy. The bank's never going to take my money. Whoa, wait a minute. Just about 8 or 9 years ago, we have a country called Cyprus. And what happened in Cyprus, the banks went broke. And so what did they do? The people couldn't get over, I think it was 40 euros a day. And the ATM machines were shut down. And everyone who had over, I think it was 100,000, everyone who had over 100,000 euros in their bank account, the bank took 50% of them. 50%. They took it. What? You can't do that. You can't go in there and take money. Well, you better tell the Russians who had a lot of money in Cyprus and some other people, you better talk to them because they took it and they will. To maintain their self, they will take it. So you don't own it. If you own it, it's only in your head. They don't own the money that's in your pocket, but they own the money in the bank. Decentralized. Here's what's going to be happening in the world as I foresee it. How is the governments of the world going to use centralization? In the video that I had a couple of weeks ago, or whenever that was, I talked to you about centralization, and I said that this FedNow program, the FedNow program that went into force back in July of the 26th, the 27th of this year, 2023. Now what happens is every bank in the world will have immediate access to everything that bank account that you do. They won't have to go get government people to come in and go through records to find out what you're doing with your money, where it was spent. They won't have to do that. This platform called FedNow, using blockchain technology, I believe is the highway to the next thing that the governments will do. And they will pick up all the money. Look around you today. If you're in China or India, you don't have no money. You have your phone. You pay by phone. That's it. All this started back in the early 70s or late 60s when we started to have credit cards. Have you ever thought about that? Were they not training us back then to use a credit card rather than having cash in my pocket? It was easier. Of course, we loved it because we didn't have to carry cash. We all just loved it. But what were they doing with your mind? They were broadcasting in your mind, getting off of cash, getting off of the money system. So it started many, many years ago. This is just the top of the iceberg that we're talking about up here now. So the FedNow program will be the expressway for a CBDC, which is a central bank digital currency. It is my belief that they will issue cryptocurrency. You will have to turn in all of the money that you have because we are going to go to a cashless society. Because the only way that they can control us, this entity, whatever it is, I'm not even going to go there. That's a whole nother program. They're going to control us by centralization. When you turn in your money, they're going to issue you a crypto wallet. And who knows what it's going to be called? CBDC, I don't know. But you will be using no cash. And furthermore, what they will do, again, this is my take on it. And my take is from the voice inside of me that I listen to. And this voice told me this 60 years. Let me think about that. I'm 85, 15, 20, 60 years ago. 60 years ago, I could see us being captured. We're like indentured slaves and we don't even know it. So once the central banks and this digital currency comes in, you will have some period of time to turn in all your cash. And if you don't turn it in, then after some period of time, you might as well take the cash and burn it because it will not be have any value from anywhere. It will be gone. The old people in the world and the less fortunate people in the world, they won't have much of a choice. We have Social Security in our country. And I know Mexico, there are other countries that have social programs. We're all eat up with social programs because we all want somebody to take care of us. We forgot how to take care of ourselves. We want to be taken care of. That way I don't have to think too much if someone's taking care of me. They think for me. And so when the CBDC comes, all of the Social Security will be automatically turned into cryptocurrency, and you will get paid in that, and you will have a U.S. crypto wallet or a Filipino wallet or a German wallet or whatever. And of course, a lot of people will go like, well, that's great, man. This is wonderful. I don't have to carry cash around. I get my payroll check. It's automatic. I don't get a check. It's all virtual. Got it. I don't have to wait. I don't have to take it to the bank. I don't have to have it cleared. I got it. And these people are not thinkers. They're giving up the right the freedom to be free souls here on this planet. Let me give you an idea. The moment we have centralized currency, crypto, and the countries issue it, you lose all of what your identity is. In this country, in America, where I live, we have what's called the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment allows us to have guns because our forefathers came from a centralized government and they wanted a decentralized government. They did not want the government to have control of the people. The people should have control of the government. But all of that's changed around. So here's what happens. Let me give you an idea for all of you people who think, oh, this is going to be just wonderful. No more cash. We have our money right away. I don't have to wait for food stamps. Everything just comes. Oh, that's going to be great. Second Amendment, they have tried to take our Second Amendment away from us in this country so that we don't have guns to try and defend our country or defend our independence under the Constitution that we have here in the United States. They figured out a different way to do it. The rich people say, give me the control of the money, you can have control of the law. Because if I control the money, I control the law. What does that mean? Guess what? You get ready to go buy a gun, you have to pay for it with your cryptocurrency coming out of your bank that the government has issued to you, and they don't pay. They will not allow you to have that. Well, that's all right. I got enough guns. I'll go get me some ammunition. No, you won't go do that. Because you won't be able to buy ammunition. They have the right to stop everything. They know everything. And once they get the IT, this is going to be phenomenal. They'll know everything. You won't be able to buy. Let me even go further. You're going to have an allocation of gas, let's say 100 gallons a month. If you happen to go over that and you go into a gas station and you use your crypto card, because that's what you have to use, it is declined because you've already used your allocated part of the gas this month. I want y'all to think about that. What kind of world would we be living in? We're absolutely slaves. And we cannot do anything. We don't have any more freedom. So please, people of the world, wake up. Wake up to what's happening around you. So here's what happens. The person says, I'm just one person. What can I do about it? I'll tell you what you can do. Watch my next video and I'll give you some ideas of how you can do it. See you later.